Why can't I? All right.
You have to go now.
I'm trying to make y'all co-hosts. Is Alex on? Oh, I see her. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes before we start, just because it's not 5 yet. Do y'all see Kathleen, Sarah?
She was on.
She's on here.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank y'all all for joining us. And if people come in late, this will be recorded. So there should be no issue with that in case anyone misses something or if you all need to review something. We will be posting this to Dojo because it is recording. So we're going to kind of walk you through the process of our first grade menu and what we've been posting, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page and you know exactly where to find the things that are on the menu. So our agenda for today is, first I want to mention that tomorrow from 10 to 11 a.m. there is going to be an iPad pickup. So you can go to the school and you'll stay in your car and they will bring out your own kid's iPad to them. And I think this will help a lot with the confusion because the kids have been using this iPad all year long. And so they know exactly how to work it. They know all the apps and their logins and that kind of thing. So hopefully that will help a lot of the confusion on how to submit assignments via Google Classroom or iExcel or Prodigy or anything like that. We'll help clear that up once they have their own iPad in hand. So I think it would be a great idea if you can make it to go up to the school tomorrow from 10 to 11 a.m. to grab their iPad. There is a chat setting in Zoom. So if you have any questions while we're talking, please feel free to type those in and we'll get back to you with those questions. Y'all are on mute just so y'all can hear us clearly. So if you have a question, just go ahead and type that into that box and we will answer it towards the end. We're going to talk about our teacher contact information with office hours. And then we're going to walk y'all through how to access everything on the digital choice menu. So we'll review the math, the ELAR, the social studies, and the science. And then at the end, we're going to talk about their Class Dojo portfolio. So here is our contact information, and this has our phone numbers listed if you want to take a picture of it. We're also going to be posting this once again to Dojo. Our office hours for every teacher is from Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 10 and 1:30 to 3. And this is the time when you can call us with any concerns, questions, anything like that to get in touch with us. These are the numbers as well as Dojo around the clock. But if you want to get in contact with us on the phone, these are the times and these are the numbers. Okay, so first we're going to start with the math section of our menu. So each time, the first box for math is going to be their Google Classroom assignments, and there will be 3 each week. And so here I'm going to play a video, and you've probably seen this video before. It is just explaining how you can turn in this assignment to Google Classroom. There has been a lot of confusion just because they aren't used to the desktop version. And again, hopefully once they get their iPad, it will clear all that confusion up because they know exactly how to work Google Classroom. They're experts at it. So this is the desktop version, but once they have their iPad, it will look a little bit differently. So you open it with Google Slides. I'm kind of going to walk you through the video. And the PowerPoint will pop up. You will answer that question on all slides. There's usually about 15 to 20 slides. Once then, you'll go back to the class work page. And your answer should be in there. And then you'll go to view assignment. And you'll turn it in. And that work goes straight to us, so we're able to see it. We're able to give you feedback on what they did, how awesome it was, that kind of thing. So it's really cool for us to see what they're getting, what they're not getting, and maybe we can give some extra support if we see needed. The next thing on the menu each time will be the IXL app. And again, this is an app that will be on their iPad once they get it, but it also can be accessed through the internet. So another video to play it. And we're working on the same scale each week. So for math this week is just addition and subtraction. We're just going to stick to one concept per week. So if you go to IXL.com, you can log in using those logins we provided you with. And this is a great way, again, for us to see their progress and their work on these skills. So I will have a letter that you're assigned to. So for example, this week is letter C and G. And so you'll click the Learning tab that is in the green section on IXL. Being a little bit slow. So you'll click the Learning tab, and then you'll go to first grade and you'll say C skills. And this is where you'll find letters C and G for that week. And so you'll scroll down and then it will say complete skills 1 through 10 or 1 through 5 or 1 through 15. And once those are done, it alerts us as teachers, and then we're able to go in and see their progress on IXL. So it's just another great resource for them to practice that skill. Next on the math menu is always going to be an activity. So each week I'll give ideas or suggestions that your child can do, and feel free to modify that however you see fit. These activities are meant to be not only on technology, but if you have, or if you want to do it on paper. I've seen a lot of people doing bar graphs with gummy bears. I've seen y'all get creative, so I think it's a great way for y'all to kind of decide how you would like to do that. So this week it was create your own addition and subtraction word problem. So that could be a picture, that could be you writing it down on a piece of paper. It can kind of be however you and your child want to do it. Just make sure that if they do it and they do the work, to send us so we can acknowledge them and give them feedback on their great work. I also gave another suggestion. If you don't want to do that activity that I posted, that math packet that RISD did send y'all is another great resource for paper pencil work, those kinds of things, or like a filler if you want to do it. I know some of y'all were asking about dojo points for that math packet. So if they do a page, that'll be 4 points. So each page can be 4 points. And if you just want to let us know at the end of the week how many pages they completed, we will make sure to tally up those points so they get credit for that as well. So like I said, they're designed to be done digitally on paper. It's their choice, so you can get creative with it. And again, just to post it to Dojo or send us it through there so we can see their work and give them great feedback for that. And then the last thing on the math menu is Prodigy, which I know all your kids love, and I'm sure they've told you that before, but it, again, is going to be an app that they can access on their iPad once they have it. It also can be accessed through a desktop or phone, however it is. So it's super easy to log in. I'll play that video. You just go to prodigy.com. They use that login that we provided you with, and then they are able to complete it on here.
Hey, best friend.
So when you go to Prodigy, you click login, and then you'll use that username and password.
That's easy.
Okay, so now I'm going to go to our next, which is ELAR.
And for ELAR, it'll always be set up just as you see it here. You'll start with the first box is the reading Google Classroom assignment, and there's always going to be 3 passages. They'll essentially look the same each week. It'll be a short passage with 4 or 5 questions, and the turn-in process is exactly like the math video that Ms. Madden just played.
Okay.
And you can see at the bottom that it's worth 6 points. So if your student does all 3 of those
Yes, my name
passages,
is
then
Bashir.
they can turn it in for 6 dojo points. And then for phonics, it is again the same process of turning it in like math and reading on Google Classroom. And there'll always be 3 different assignments for that as well. And in the first slide, it'll be a review of the sound that they're learning each week. And then there'll be task cards for them to complete, like either filling in the blank with the sound that they're learning or writing in the words.
Okay, for the next box will be for writing, and you will always click that blue button on the menu, and it will take you directly to the writing choice board. And so you can have your child do this as many times as you would like throughout the week. You can do it once a day, you could do it multiple times a day, but just giving them different ideas on things to write about, because in first grade, sometimes it's hard for our little friends to come up with ideas to write about. So this gives them different ideas on things that they can write about. And all we want them to do is just practice writing in those complete sentences, making sure that their sentences start with a capital letter, there are finger spaces between the words, there's punctuation at the end, and their sentence makes sense. So we'll keep this writing choice board up pretty much the same for about 4 to 5 weeks. And then on that 5th week, we will change out some of the ideas on the writing choice board so that they change and they're not the same ones. And that's worth 4 dojo points. And then the last box in the ELAR column or row is iStation. And it depends how much you want your kids to do iStation. At least maybe once a week would be a good place to start. But a lot of kids like to do iStation. They think it's fun. I know that I have a bunch of kids saying, can I do iStation today? So they do like iStation. Whenever you log into your iPad or your desktop for the first time ever, it will ask you for a domain. And so you'll want to type in, and I put it on this PowerPoint right. If you want to run your mouse over it, Madden, where it says hamiltonpark.richardson.texas, usually you do not have to write that whole thing. Just start writing Hamilton Park, and then it'll show up. Click it, and it'll take them into the screen that's right here where they just need to log in with their username and their password. Most kids know this one by heart. They shouldn't need a password card for it because we do it so often. But if they do need it, refer back to the password card that we all sent you guys a couple of weeks ago.
So next is social studies. Social studies and science look a little bit different than math and reading. We don't have Google Classroom assignments necessarily, that assignments that are on Google Classroom, but they're still assignments nonetheless. So the first box will always give the topic and their questions that they can answer. So like this week is community helpers, and kind of for social studies, there's questions, there's a video, and more questions, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. They can answer these questions based upon previous knowledge, the video, or the book that's given. So a lot of our students already know who community helpers are, and so that's something that they can just easily answer from previous knowledge. Next. Ms. Madden.
Oh, did it not go on? Can you?
Oh, it's going. It's going. Sorry.
You're good.
The next, so the first box of the questions, second box will always be a video explaining, sorry, my internet's going on, explaining what we're talking about this week. So if your child needs more help or needs better explanation, that's a great place to start, and just kind of gives them in very easy terms what we're talking about. And that's worth 3 points. These are more questions for them to answer. They can be, again, answered based upon the video, the book, or their own ideas. And as the weeks continue, they're going to get more creative, but this is a way for them to draw, and again, just working more on that writing. And that's worth 4 points. And these can also be sent through Dojo or posted on their portfolio, however your teacher prefers. And then lastly, is a book. The books will always be on Epic. I know Epic's been a little bit difficult for some parents. But again, when they get their iPads, it'll be a lot easier because it's an app and they have access to it right away. And I will always put the name of the book so it's a lot easier to be found. And just something that you can do after they finish reading or listening to the book is you can ask them, what part did you like best? What happened at the beginning? How did the story end? And just make it more of an interaction instead of just them clicking and listening or clicking and reading. So, and that's worth 3 points.
All right, for science. I hope everyone's doing well. It's so good. We can't see you, but y'all can see us. So good to see everyone here and everything. Our first box for science will always be a video to create. The purpose of that provides a way for the students to show what they know. These videos can be them explaining it can be explaining it. They could be just talking about it. They could be them drawing it and you videoing them drawing it. However they want to do a video, just a fun way to show what they know, because that way they're more likely to remember the information as well. The next box will always be a picture for them to draw. And so for this example, they're drawing a liquid, gas, and solid. So it's just a picture for them to draw real quick of what the concept is. And a lot of those can come from the video at the end that they can watch about. This one's the same idea as the drawing, except for they're going to make a list of liquids, solids, and gases. So every week they'll be making a list, they'll be drawing a picture, making a video, and then also either reading a book or watching a video on that concept. Same as I just said, these videos, the last one will either be reading a book or making a video. These videos will be on the content so they can explain the concept to the students. So as parents, you're not having to worry about teaching it to them. They should already know all of these concepts. So it's just kind of a refresher video or book so that they're good to go for the rest of the activities.
Okay, in this last slide, we're going to kind of review Class Dojo. Portfolio is an awesome way for us to see their work, and so we can give them feedback, again, just so we can encourage them to continue doing the great work that they're doing, and we want to see all the effort that they are putting into it. We'll give you more details as it goes on, but tomorrow, if you do get their iPad, there is a Class Dojo app that you can just install onto their iPad, and so their portfolio will be a lot more easily accessible for them to post their work and to post things like that. So this is just kind of a recap on how to post to their portfolio on Class Dojo. Again, this is the web version. So once you have their iPad, it will look a little bit differently, and we will give you further instructions on that. But again, your kids should know exactly how to use it because they have been doing this all year. So once you're in someone's, or when you're in your student's portfolio, you just click that blue plus sign, and you can either upload the video, kind of like Ms. Gibson was saying, if they're recording themselves about matter or whatever the content might be. They can do a video, they could do a drawing, they could upload a file, or they could take a photo of their writing or whatever it is. And once again, it's just a great way for us to give them feedback to see their great work. So that is all we have for now. We hope that that helped with the menu, and we hope that y'all kind of have more clarity on what we want to see from the kids and what the menu is expected. And we really hope getting these iPads is going to help them a ton, because we know it has been confusing since the web browsers do look differently than the iPad version that they are used to. So I'm going to open it back up. And if you have any questions, please do it in the chat room so we are able to get back to you and answer them as soon as possible, because we are here for y'all and we want to do everything we can to make sure that your students are succeeding, and we don't want Again, the last thing we want is for y'all to be stressed out on this, and we're trying to make it as easy as possible. So please reach out to us with any questions, concerns, or comments that you might have, because we really are trying to make this an easy transition for both you and your child.
No, pues ¿cómo vas a estar ahí en uno?
So we have one question that we'll address really quick. It says, can they use their iPads to take pictures and upload videos to their Dojo account? Once they have their personal iPad, they will be able to upload and use their Dojo account. You'll just have to download the Dojo app on their iPad, but then they can get into their personal Dojo account, which they'll be able to upload pictures, type different things, and respond to any of those challenges on their portfolio.
And for them to get onto the dojo part, or the student part of dojo, you will have to link them on their tablets from those links that we all sent you guys in your messages, because they're all separate links. So make sure that you go back in and you sign your kids in on their iPads with that link that we sent you, so that they can access the portfolios and post whatever they want.
The assignment for specials teachers, that would be a Gamero Thomas. Are they giving grades for those?
Yeah, that's a great question. No, at this time, no. The assignments from our specials teachers are extra assignments that are to help our kids get like a little break from some of the academic work, but still kind of spark their knowledge of the different fine arts that we have available. So we want our kids to be very creative and enjoy that time and doing those kind of things. But at this time, no, there will not be grades that will be coming from specials, nor will there be grades that are coming from first grade for this 9 weeks.
Someone asked a great question about the packets. We will not be collecting those packets once this is done. That's for you and your child, however you see fit to use it, but they will not be graded and we will not be taking them up.
And the Epic question, if you would like for your child to get onto Epic, just ask your child's teacher, to send you a link from Epic, and it should, once you get the invite via email, you should just be able to click that link and it will connect you automatically to your child's Epic account so that they can use it at home as well.
It's also an app on your iPad as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
It will already be linked to their iPad. So when they get their iPad, they should already be signed in.
So the packet is more as an option. We're trying to give y'all lots of options, so they're equally engaged with everything. That packet will sometimes be on the menu as a choice, and other times it will not be on the menu. So it's really up to you how you see fit. Sometimes, if you feel like they're maybe on the tablet too long and you want to see paper pencil work, it's a great idea for them to do that packet. It's more just for you to have more resources, because we're trying to provide you as much as we can so they're continuing to be engaged. So the iPad question, yes, we are now giving iPads K-2 tomorrow. So you can come up to the school and get your iPad. They will be delivered to you. You will not need to make contact with anyone. And kindergarten is from 9 to 10. First grade is from 10 to 11, and second grade is from 11 to 12, and it is only tomorrow.
And so you will drive through and they will hand you the iPad. You don't have to get out of your car. It's a complete drive-up system.
And one question just before it gets asked as well, if you have multiple children in grades kinder, first and second, it's best for you to go to the oldest kids window, because we'll be preparing kinder for kinder, and then first and then second. So if your oldest kid is in second grade, when you come and pick up at second grade, you can also pick up the kinder or the first grade one as well. But if you showed up at first grade and you need to get a second grade one, we wouldn't be able to provide that for you at that time.
What about proof, Mr. Thomas?
There will be no proof needed. We know which kids are our kids. Their pictures are on their iPad as well. So just, I know a lot of people will actually bring their kids with them. It's not necessary that you bring your kids with you. Just please let us know. We'll just be asking for your name and your teacher's name, and then we'll call for it and we'll get that iPad out to you as quickly as possible.
Okay, I think that is the last of the questions. But please continue to reach out to us if you do have any questions. We are here to help and to support you and your kids with everything that we're doing. I know there's a lot going on. And so thank you all so much for hanging in there with us, just like we're kind of learning, y'all are too. So again, thank you so much for your support and for hanging in there with us during this time. And reach out to us if you need anything. We are here to help. And thanks for joining. I know y'all are having a really busy day, so thanks for taking some time to listen to us explain how we do our menu.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
So,